Black decides to resign here, but black is basically forced to take, and then we simply take right
Checkmate.
there. And that's the game. So that was win number 11. Now let's get to win number 12. And this was a tough one.
Check.
Okay, playing as black. Decide to offer a trade. White decides not to take. Okay, decide that instead of taking, I'm just going to keep developing. The line of thinking here is basically, if they're not going to take, well, there's an exception there. If they want me to take, maybe I shouldn't be taking, because maybe that's a bad idea. Got lucky with the development there. Push another pawn. So this is good. We've got some pieces developed here.
Check.
We got
Check.
trading bishops there. Pushing the pawn along the side.
Inside castling.
Other knights develop. Now the only downside with this setup is, I mean, this kind of just played out like this. So we've got some knights, so they're kind of good, and you'll see what's good with that. Typically, I like to open it up and attack with the bishops and the long-range pieces like the rooks or the queen. They're more valuable if it's more open. In a game like this, knights are more valuable. But guess what? My opponent has
Inside castling
knights as well. So, okay. Going to try to trade knights here, and that's the idea. White doesn't want to trade. Okay. We've got our king pretty well defended, but unfortunately we can't come up with an attack plan here, so just pushing the pawns. Gotta watch out for that pawn right there. Now, I was totally expecting the setup before that. When I moved, I seen the pawn coming. The idea was that the queen defends h4, and we can go to h4 if white takes. We got really lucky here. I don't know if they misclicked or what.
Check.
But yeah, that's the queen right there. And game's not completely over. What we need to do now is basically we need to trade off pieces and get this game to more of an open feel, because the way this board is set up right now, even though we're winning the material, they've got a tight pawn structure. White's got a couple knights. They could force a draw as long as the rooks are together. So decide to offer the rook. I think it's this move right here. Yep, decide to offer the rook for
check.
Knight. Now the good news is they're not locked together anymore. Plus, we're going to get a pawn in exchange right there. And this is huge right here. We can do stuff with our queen. We've got some space. We can create a lot of threats. And I think they were going for the threat there, but yeah, I'm going to take this one down. Now they're coming to avoid it. All right, there's a trap there. This is the trap, really. Because if I were to take this pawn right here, now, you know, I'm forced to take. And then maybe that game's not winnable. Maybe it's winnable. So that's why we backed up there. And the reason I moved the queen here, obviously, is you're looking for discovered moves. What you're looking to do, if you want to have a better chance of winning, you want to try to look for combo moves or stuff where you put your opponent in a bind.
Check.
And then we get the check there. We can move the pawn, and that's really good because now we can use that pawn to protect the rook.
Check.
And then from there,
check.
We hit the check.
Check.
Discovered check there, and I think white resigned at this point because really the only move I believe is king to g6, and then we finish it off with queen g6.
Checkmate.
Queen g5, sorry. And that's pretty much that. Thanks for watching.